got my dog's fan on. I need to let that know. There we go. When you have a day at work, then I mean a day. And you get your food. It's pretty good. I mean, I got a bunch of cards I still have to go through, but I've been working. So, playtime can wait until it can't. There we go. You see my deodorant and my empty glass too. What's the empty glass for today? I got a couple of things. I have work tomorrow, so I'm not gonna do anything again with it. But I do have this though. And it just came up relatively easily, or relatively new. It's relatively new. My English just kind of not working right now. I'm still kind of exhausted. So it pops off in here. Just as easily you can go to bed. The thing about work for me though is, man, it's like I've been doing what I've been doing for not really long, but long enough to where I consider it better. So I know I'm getting bullshitted, but I also know enough to like when I am getting bullshit, I just stay quiet. At the end of the day, I'm there to make money. I'm there to make money. I'm there to do my best. That's it. So when people BS me and say like, "Oh, we have representatives coming to the store tomorrow," 6 hours after my shift starts, so I have 2 hours to prepare for that. I'm just like, what? You know, what the fuck? You can tell me that in the beginning. And so what they do is they just throw me in a random department that needs the most work. Give me that by myself. I'm just like, okay, all right, well done. That's work time. You know? And then when I have shifts like that, it's where like I know I'm just gonna like, okay, you know, just get off work, have a beer or two, eat well, relax, chat it up, talk about other things, just move on. There's nothing really you can do. No shit, no sense to dwell on that shit when you're off work. I wanted something sweet. So it's 240 calories. It has a calorie intake on the guy. So I guess it's just for people who are in diets. But also wants to get buzz because it is 8%. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, I have to be up tomorrow, but it's only 8 o'clock. If I just hang out for like maybe 2 hours tonight and then just wind down, not do anything except watch something for around like 12:30, I'm golden. Oh, it's one of those gay cans. Look, it's all pink. Well, it's pink on mine. Yeah, yeah, see it. It's pink and it actually smells pretty good. Not like amazingly good. I need another bite today though, because I feel like I'm uh, that's gonna question. I need to bring some questions. He's on the gay cans again. I also got I got one of these. This is like my go-tos. I'm only spending $34 on a beer, and that's it. That's all you're gonna need for a while. Just buying the packs for me, it's just like certain kids are going to buy like a whole pack. I know that shit might very well be gone within a couple of days. But if I have enough like this, I can stop drinking for about like 5 days and not even think about it. I probably consider it drinking it in like a week. So essentially for me, because I'm like looking for everything I have, because I'm fat, this is the best way for me to do it. Spend $10 on whatever. Okay, I need another potato. Yukon Gold potatoes are the way to go. And anything. Spread second, regular, obviously last. But if you know how to make it like a nice baked potato, just cover the hell out of it with like cheese butter, diced bacon, stuff like that. Maybe chili. And yeah, the bigger potato, the bulk potato is better, but by itself, you just want potato by itself, with a little bit of butter. These Yukons, Yukon Gold, way to go. All right, let's get a little bit of a go. It's supposed to be strawberry, and it's definitely smell of strawberry, so they got that part. It also says it has 4% juice, so that's interesting. Because usually mixed drinks like this only have like 1 to 2. This one has 4. So I don't know if that's going to make a difference. I don't drink these often enough because usually when I have something that's this sweet, it's just a soda. So, oh, see how much I'm getting it down. I'm just cool not doing that. Oh, I'll sip on it. That's really good. I didn't take away the alcohol. If that was just like a regular drink, because the alcohol is like a light aftertaste. So if this was like non-alcoholic, I would actually be pretty slamming for like a I don't know, like a sparkling water with some juice in it. It's pretty good, especially on like a hot day when you're out all day. Like you have to go for like a long ass walk, which I've done before. I think that'd be pretty cool. Strawberry, maybe like the same way, like it's like some pineapple or something like that. And that's not bad. I want to try the other stuff. Of course, I like the gay camp. So, yeah, I'm not kidding. I think I prefer that over like a lot of IPAs. It's like I was sit on it for just a bit. As I have dinner with everybody here. So I've been talking to people all day. Now this is my downside. I'm just like I can't. Yeah. Same with family at first. My my personality trait of that is when I want to be around my friends. Family's starting to understand. It's like, oh, well, think about it. Just constantly talking to people and constantly working on something at work for like 10, 11 hours a day. He probably just wants to relax and not think about any responsibilities, at least. And yes, that is why I tend to drink beer. So I could just do this, relax. You know, if there's a spot I was going to be permanently in, I'd have my computer on. I'll be watching something, but no internet here. And my thoughts about getting it? Nah, nah. I think internet's only like a decent one. A decent connection is like $60 a month, but by decent I mean like gaming ones. That's just California standard. But if I do get that, I'd be able to get cable. But it's something I have to think about. Because once I do move out, then it'd be like I wouldn't necessarily want to keep paying for it unless wherever I go would be cheap enough and to where my mom can have it. Yeah, well, it should be cool. But I think that might have to be a discussion though. It's like that much. I talked about this the other day. Um, I do like going out to these bars here, but like, man, they're all the same. It's just all the same people. It's really, I don't know if I like people anymore. Like in general, I do like my friends and family, of course I do, but people, just get to questioning how people act sometimes, especially if they're drunken around their girlfriends or wives. I'm just like, what the fuck? What are you doing? You know, as men, we know at least, at the very least, 80% of the time we're mad at our wives for something. We know we're if they're in the wrong. We're in the wrong. The wife, because the wife is just worried about you over consuming alcohol, which is a normal thing because you don't want to damage your body. You want to stay healthy. Most people don't care if you drink or not, but like if it becomes like a huge problem, then they're like, oh, you know what I mean? Because what alcohol is, it is a poison. You're not supposed to consume it all that much. You're supposed to be able to enjoy it, enjoy the buzz that you get off of it. Just be happy and be around the right people. God sakes. If you go to a bar or a brewery, go out and hang out with friends or maybe your boyfriend and girlfriend, maybe some family member. That's pretty much it, man. We can all be fat together. These beers that are around it. Not this one. This one's like 200 calories, but most beers, especially the ones I drink, range from 350 to 400. So that shit counts when you're like me, you like your soda. So I'll go on like water spurts. I have no problem going up to the lobby, going up into a panel. See someone's drunk as hell. I'm like, hey, why don't you drink some water? And of course, most people on here because they have egos. Of course they do. I've seen egos rise and fall for a very long time. I've been around this since 2017. That's 7 years now. So I've seen it. People like to live in the moment. If you're gonna live in the moment, be happy about it. And if you're drinking too much, chances are not happy. There's something going on. And you won't know it until you finish it. Hold yourself accountable, be responsible. And when I go to bars, I see people who are not, and I see that they don't want to hear anything like that. Well, we're just kind of fucked up and annoy everybody. That's great, you know. What's it like to have no class? I have about like 10 ounces of ribeye. This is thanks, mom. She's the one that cooked, not me. I think she's starting to do it. I'm starting to kind of see what, uh, not what I would expect, but like the traits of a girl if ever, whenever I start dating again. She's like, but it's not like, oh, I expect my dinner remake kind of thing. Like, no, that comes out a little weird. But what I used to do when I had my own place with my ex, long time ago, long time ago, before I was even remotely a part of this thing. Whoever had it off, cooked. You know, cooked and cleaned. You didn't have to clean all that much. You know, just basic stuff. If you see something, pick it up. See a dish, wash it. Usually, what we would do is like if we use the dish, we wash the dish. But like who doesn't work and who does the cooking. If we both had it off, we'd cook together. So yeah, that's kind of how it should be. You know, I mean that's one many aspects because you want to make sure that if you're living with a spouse or something like that, you want to make sure they're coming home to something. You know? A lot of the times, so when I lived with my ex girlfriend, this is like in 2011, and because I was young, it was cool. Or you had her. When I would get home, she'd be her way of having me to look forward to get home. Looking forward to something when I got home was her in bed. So after a while, it's like, aren't I going to get this anyway? You know, like, am I fucking up somewhere? What if I say the wrong thing? Am I going to get it? I don't know. It was a strange thing because if you're young and like in your early 20s, always going to be smashing. Just the way it goes. I have no idea what's going on. I don't care. So I do hear a lot of weird things. It's because people are kind of strange, which I am too. But like, I wonder if I'm going to be like in the next 20 years. I don't know. I don't know. So I constantly hear screaming and I hear rah rah rah. I hate the word. I'm just like, that's not because of the people who live in this complex. It's because there's like four bars down the street from me. So it's like, of course, people are going to get drunk and walk down the street and just be mad because they probably got kicked out of a bar for good reason. Of course, they're going to be mad. You know, it's ain't fun. I think the way that Mosh does it, Program Mosh, when he goes out to concerts and stuff like that. Keeps himself under control. Shows videos and then he's actually really upset. He'll just go for a walk, watch another video. So Mosh and I, we're not tight. We're not like that. But we've known each other for such a long time, and I respect the man now. Not nowadays, but like, bro, that's at least 4 years. Guy's always been fun. And it's fun because he doesn't have to drink to have fun. Throw on a pair of sunglasses and just be hella faded. Oh, I'm a, I'm gonna hold my own broadcast. We all know that's why people wear their sunglasses inside because they're eyes are fucking deep ass, veiny ass red. We know that. We don't have to pretend that we don't. You know, it's kind of like in the norm. People do that. People do that when they go to work. They wear their sunglasses. Someone questions it. Of course, if they drink too much, then you just smell of alcohol off of them. But they don't think about that. That's like carbonation. Where are the big times? Oh yeah, another thing I do, another life hack I do, which I'm pretty sure everyone else does, but a few people like buy garbage bags. Like so in California, garbage bags are hella expensive. So what my mom and I were talking about it. It's perfectly normal to like when you go grocery shopping, just buy the plastic bags that they give you for like grocery shopping. Each grocery bag is like 10 cents. Not this one per se, but like the bigger ones. Just use those for like small things like bottles or tissue paper or something like that. You know what I mean? Instead of spending like 17 to 20 bucks. Like now for the kitchen, of course, you want an actual garbage bag and an actual garbage can because of like food waste and stuff. I'm not saying like replace them completely, but like you don't necessarily have to throw like bits of paper away or beer caps or you know what I'm talking about. Like use that bag. No one's judging. No one cares. Like it's the same damn material. It's just cheaper because it's not a name brand. It's big. Nope. It's just a grocery bag. I do not have my comb. It's in my workplace. Whatever. I don't have much hair anyway. People are saying, "Can cut your hair?" And look, man, I kind of know. I kind of get it. But once I do get around to getting a haircut, I kind of want a professional's opinion because, like, I'm balding right here a little bit, but the way that I had my hair cut was constantly grow the top of my hair. This is the top right here. Right? This is the top right here. See? This is how it's gotten. It's taken me over 2 years to get this long, but it's the top of my hair. It like makes the most of the back of my head. It's just that when I get sweaty, it's not ideal to look at because it's very thin. So I can't necessarily like I have to make sure I at least shower that day before I go out because I can't be like some grease monkey and then just go out and have my hair looking all like fucking wild. Because right now it's not wild. It's just you can tell right here. You can tell from my hairline. It's a little bit weird for most people. It's like, oh, if I had a hairline like that, I'd just shave it bald. And it's different when you actually have the hairline. But I have the hair long because I think it feels decent. It feels just right because I used to have long hair when I was younger, like a lot younger. And I thought about it, and then I was just like, you know, who gives a shit if my hair's gonna fall out? Just have it long anyway, unless it gets really bad. Because right now it's not. It's just receding. They don't think like what. You don't think when I go out, people like notice it, but they don't. They don't look at it as why do you have long hair? No, they look at it because I'm a decent looking guy, and they're just like, who's that guy? And there's a lot of people who are still, amazed that I'm turning 35 because of how young I actually look. I look like I'm in my mid 20s still. So if I shave my hair and if I, did whatever, then yeah, I would look like I would be definitely in the mid 30s. So that's why I don't want it. So that's one of the reasons anyway, because like my body is very healthy compared to like most people who are in the mid 30s. So it's healthy in general, So I keep it that way. We just spiked here a bit. But anyone's welcome, as soon as like the chat picks up, say, oh, Ken, how's it going? Instead of being so one of those weird, um, droopy people who would just like to wait and see if I actually do something fucked up. I'm here to record. What is he gonna do? What is he gonna do? Loki, look at some. All right. I'm not offended. Loki, bud, how you been, man? I love you, man. I know that I know that you've been going through some rough patches. We've been there together with rough patches before. Just let me know if you need anyone to talk to. That's from me to you. And I know it's live and people can hear that, but that's from me to you. You were there when I was down on my luck. And I'm not saying you're down on your luck financially or anything like that. It might be something else, but I'm well equipped uh, to give a heads up. We can think of something. Because I don't know what's going on or what happened with you. I know that you went live at one point, and I know that you're very discreet about what went down with you, and I respect that because you don't want to share everything on the internet. A lot of people are like that. I share probably about 75%, and I keep an additional 25% like under the covers because I don't want people to know every little bit. Because that other 25%, I definitely know I have unlocked, and I definitely know that sometimes it can be a little bit fucked. But it's the reason why my personality has slowly changed ever since I moved away from the town I was in before. Because sometimes as a man, you have to be fucking direct. And I know most of the time, people don't like people who are direct. They don't want to fucking hear it. Most of the time, it's because they know. They're being reminded of something that they know they're kind of screwing up on. But it's not the point. You know, when you hear something and you hear something that's being directed towards you, it's not because they don't think you know better. They say it because you need a fucking reminder. And you get very stern with them, and then it's like this is the reason why I'm saying this to you. Slowly, the better people who keep on hearing that, they start to change a little bit, and they start to recover. You know, some people take longer than others, and that's okay, man. Low key, Ken, Mark, how's Canada, man? How's Canada in the summer? Pardon me. Holy shit. I've seen the inside of your house a little bit before. I imagine you guys are really comfortable and you guys are doing pretty okay. Young, handsome devil from good old Canada. I don't know what his house completely looks like, but I imagine like the way that he has it is that his computer is on his basement floor. And when I say basement floor, it's completely different in Canada than what it would be in California or in America. Okay, the basement floor is actually like a secondary living room that has its own bathroom and has its own separate room. It's pretty much like a second living room with another room. It's like a one bedroom apartment would be in America. It's pretty bizarre. It's bizarre, but it works. And he probably has because Canadians are weird enough. Uh, that bottom bathroom probably also has the washer and dryer right next to his toilet. So whenever you have to take a dump when the washer and dryer are going up, at least you smell something nice. You know, like I don't need to have fragrance in my bathroom because I'm already washing clothes, so that's cool. That's cool. Okay, so bull fucking more shit in my hairline. Goldie glass. I went from one style to another, just like that. But we have glass bottles here now. Again, because this when you buy stuff like this, when you're gonna do like a malt, it tastes so much better than it does out of the plastic bottles that they try to throw us at. It just does. And I've had plenty of different kind of beers in my lifetime. This tastes better than it does in plastic. You don't put the stuff in plastic bottle because it loses, its uh, carbonation. There we go. That's the word. It loses its carbonation, and then all you don't regain it back. And actually, the glass keeps the carbonation as opposed to plastic. You'll get the carbonation at the beginning, but it dies out very quick. That's the reason why these taste better. It also has something to do with like the sunlight in the bottle or something like that. But that's a little bit less of a point, though it does have something to do with it. So Oli 7.5 over here. Rookie Marke. Marke. I don't know why I said Marke like that. I did watch a meme the other day that a Vine, no, clip, TikTok, something like that. I don't know what to call it today. Probably a TikTok. I was like, I want to go to Panera Bread. Oh, Panera Bread. With Panera Bread and the lights like flickering out. Panera Bread. Oh, that is still raunchy. Not raunchy to where I hate it. Raunchy enough for me to be one of the homies. I hope no one heard that in California. I don't. I'll say hi on the street, and that's it. I'm very I'm just white. Okay, that's what it is. And sometimes I do enjoy myself a little bit of a low end stuff. It takes me back. Takes me back to my first jobs. Okay, that's it. That's the only reason. But these are good. These are all right. Like, are there better beers than like this? Oh yeah, definitely. But I don't hate it. At this point in my life, I want to rely on it. If I was broke, I would not be drinking. I don't think. I might be finding something else, but what it's so I respect it. For me, in my relationship with this beer, it's respect. Because it did have me when I was down on my luck, having my first job, first department. This had me. Sometimes Blue Moon had me. Sometimes I would drink like Coors or Coors Light. They'd have me. They'd have my back because sometimes it's just that 5% is all I needed. And like to this day, I'm slowly getting back to that because like I've been very physical at work. I'm not gonna lie to you. What I'm doing, okay, this is what since low key and Mark have been a little bit more successful with their careers than I have. My plan is because it matches my personality. That's it. I know there's plenty of jobs that are out there, and what could be whatever. And I know that a lot of people who are more successful than I am, when I talk with them, they said you could do it. You're smart enough. I understand. I just have a really deep connection for some reason with the goddamn grocery store business. Let me tell you a little bit of something. Um, when when I was dating my last ex, she was working for the same grocery store industry, same one. And when she got home, she would be pretty happy, but sometimes she'd be a little bit upset, stuff like that. And she has a different personality. She's not really gung ho. She never really was. She's more gung ho to the point where she just wants a job just to have the money and then just keep the job to the bare minimum. That's how. That's her version. Mine is if I see a task, it's appointed to me. I'm gonna get the motherfucker done. So she worked for the same company for 7 years, 7 or 8. Leaves it for about a year, and I'm just like, hey, what do you think about me trying my hand on that? And she said, oh yeah, you can do it, thinking I was gonna be the same way as her. I I remember because when I first got into the grocery store business, they were like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna put you in night crew, so you're gonna work 12 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. And it's gonna be cool. You don't have to deal with customers. You're just stocking up, or you're hanging out with the boys. It's gonna be fun." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, cool. This is great." Fucking no, no, it's not. Hell no, it's not. I did night shift for about 6 months the first time, and then about 6 months more the second time after a year and a half after doing everything else around the store. And I was happy. When you're working night shift at the grocery store, you are not fucking happy. The reason is because back in the day, it used to pay a decent amount when you worked night crew. It used to. Nowadays, unless if you've been for the company, if you've been with the company. For example, the current company that I'm working for, as a regular clerk, you max out at around $26 an hour, which is pretty good because at that point you're getting like 3 to 4 vacation weeks a year, to where like every 3 months you're taking a week paid vacation. You when you work holidays, you get paid double time. When you don't work holidays, you just get paid the time that you usually work. So in other words, you don't have to work a holiday to get paid the full 8 hours for it. But if you want to, then there it is. Um, you get paid for your birthday, and you automatically get your birthday off no matter what. You don't work on your birthday where you work at, and you don't work the next day after your birthday because you know you don't get paid for it the next day. You just sleep. You're like, oh yeah, it was a great birthday. I got paid this much money to fuck around and find out. So um, the main reason I wanted to keep it for now, and up until I figure out what exactly is there for me, because I know there's restaurants down here that want to hire me. So the bare minimum that I have to work to have these benefits uh, at the at the grocery store, which I don't get paid the $26 an hour. If I did, I would not be looking for another place. That'd be cool. Stan, what up? So You work 24 hours a week. That's the bare minimum to get all the benefits that you want: medical, dental, vision, paid vacations, all or everything under the sun. You just have to pass a 90-day probation period. You're in the clear. In order for you to get a vacation, you work for the company for 1 year and then get your first week vacation. So that's what that takes. And I'm just like, well, what if I did that part time just to kind of like reminisce about that? And then what if I get a cooking job and work 20 hours there? So I'll be working about 55 hours. No, sorry, 45 hours a week. That's the goal. That's my goal right there because that cooking job, because of my resume, is going to pay me a whole lot more. A whole hell of a lot. They just don't have the health benefits and stuff like that. I understand I'm getting a little bit older, but I could take my knowledge of the grocery store business because I worked for about 3 to 4 years. Had an ex that worked there for about 8 years prior to that, so I know the ins and outs and I know everything. And you know, so I could do that, get the benefits to cook, get paid like $30 an hour, just not have the benefits from the cooking job. But like mission goes together and just working 45 hours a week and having 2 days off, you can get a lot. I can get a lot from that, you know. And even in California, I could get a lot. I would not give a single solitary fuck about anybody. So I'm just like, hey, I work 45 hours a week. I'm doing the best I can. I'm sweating my balls off for your jobs. Y'all can, if there's anything else you need to get done, talk to somebody else. So, you know what I mean? Of course, I get to afford stuff like this, which I opened up, had some success. Modern Horizons 3, good box. I didn't open it up completely. By that, I mean I bought like 8 of the booster packs out of that box. So they gave me the box. But yeah, it's a very solid concept that I got going on. So that way I get taken care of. The only thing I think I have to watch out for, which I will, is that what that's going to do with my mentality. And what I would have to do is just get like a break that's unpaid. You know. Where like I feel like I'm overwhelmed once in a while, I'll just say like I need a break from both jobs for 1 week. I don't want to get paid for it. I just need to be left alone. And that would be my mentality. I would say that will probably come out like maybe once a year at the very most, or at the very least, I guess. Mark, cheers, my brother. Cheers, my brother. So, grocery store, because it's paying me a decent amount in California now, because of my contract I used to have, and then cooking because of my resume, because they'll pay me even more just without all the benefits, and just work both part time, and then uh, have the power to make sure I always get work 5 days a week, even if I have to work both jobs a couple of the days of the week. I would say fuck it. Just so long as I have a good bed to sleep on and some good music to sleep to, I wouldn't give a fuck. So, or a good woman, who cares? Either way. It's gonna be very stern about that shit. See what it takes for me to get done the label. But my bread, damn it, it tastes too smoky for me. Or like for me to get down. That's okay. I'm okay with that. But yeah, roughly with that, my finances would look like that kind of money, depending on what cooking job would hire me, I would be looking at around a little over twice the apartments of the area than no, a little. That's interesting. I didn't think about that. I could afford an apartment for the area I'm around. I just don't know how much more exactly. I know if I earned a certain amount, I know exactly where I would get one, which is right down the street. I know exactly where. If I earned twice the amount of that apartment, I would definitely get that apartment in a fucking heartbeat. So I'd be like, I told people like the apartment that I really want is going for like 21. I was like, yeah, 21. I'm like, yeah, 2100. Like, yeah, that's really expensive. You sure you want that? I'm like, if I could afford it, would you? So yeah, I just won't break my back for an apartment. I'm saying 45 hours a week is what I'm willing to work for, and then see where our money's at then, and I'll settle for something. But those apartments are fucking nice, fine. You know, yeah, if I was earning 4.5 a month, of course I'd get something like that. Why would I settle for another apartment that's down here that's like 1,400, which I can already afford right now? But we're kind of like waiting to see for that. I'm not. I'm not gonna apply for it yet. I need my guaranteed hours. Oh, so things just have to settle within me. It's up to me to have those hours at the end of the day between the cooking job and then. So one thing and two is that like a lot of these places, they don't like the fact that people are having two jobs. And it's just like, what the fuck else do you want us to do? You're a businessman or a woman, you know? I want to have two jobs working 60 hours a week for minimum wage. I'm like, fuck no. But I mean, we're trying to be smart out here, man. Like it's every person for themselves. So we're gonna help you out. We're gonna pay her. I'm gonna pay my respects to whatever job I work at. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I can only work these hours because that's just what it calls for these days. It's kind of sad, but we have to work 45 to 50 hours a week just to fend for ourselves and have savings and do shit like that. Of course we do. You're, you guys own a business. You know that. You already know that. We don't have to tell you. You know, so this little midget bastard who used to cook for down the street here. Oh yeah, I earn about 25 or 2.5 to 3K working 6 days a week for you. But it's like, am I happy? We're doing just this. Do you want me to fall in love with cooking that much to where you get so much more than I do and you don't do a goddamn thing about it? Like, come on. And uh the point, like $400 of that, by the way, would be from tips. It wouldn't be from him. Uh-uh. Oh, sir. Fucking bunch of balling bullshit. You have to make sure, especially when you're an independent owner, this is my opinion too. You have to make sure that the right people get room to better their lives, no matter where you live. You cannot sit there and take advantage and say, "Oh well, we'll only pay you this much." I had this one interview, not here, but I had this one interview that was only willing to pay me like 17 or 18 or something like that. And this is at a restaurant called Black Angus. And they're like, "Yeah, we could do this and give you like 12 hours a week if you're down for something like that." I'm like, "Okay, well," my response was, "If you're only giving me 12 or so hours a week, those 12 hours or so a week need to be open if I find another job because no one else is going to be able to work that. They're like, oh no, you can't have an open schedule with us. You have to work this with us. And I looked at him, literally said this. Do you think anybody could live $18 an hour at 12 hours a week? Working for you? Who do you think's going to do that? Some kid? No. No, because you need him to have a degree to do what you're doing. Like, no, of course not. What you're asking for is lower tier stuff. And yeah, you're full of shit. So I told him, peace. I told him straight up, to his face, you're full of shit. You need to know it. Don't ever fucking lie to me like that. This world is full of disgusting people like that. And I was willing to work with it 12, 14 hours a week. And then like, okay, but if I get another job, then I need to accumulate to at least work 40 so I can do something. They're like, nah, we're not going to help you with that. Like, I told them the fuck right off. Left stage fuck off. Not gonna lie, I'm very tired of this shit. I'm gonna keep drinking it though. I'm gonna keep drinking it though. My allergies have been kicking in a lot too. And the thing is, I like the wind coming in here, and I use the box fan over here. Good old box fan. It's pretty updated. It's a lot fan. To get some air. Well, within here. But those damn trees and those damn flowers keep blowing in the pollen. Say, oh, my nose again. And the price I gotta pay is because when I'm drinking alcohol, I can't take medication when I sleep, so I have to be able to more than well function enough to I'm like, okay, I have to make sure to bed. At least give myself like a full 8 hours or so. Wake up, get to work, get some coffee, and me and go. Yeah. It's a nice band though. I think last time it hit an all time, not an all time high, but so hot. As far as it has been this summer, I think it hit like 103. 103, and that was like a Wednesday, like last Wednesday, not this one, this week's Wednesday, but the Wednesday before that. And I was fucking dying because like I had the window open and the fan blowing in, and it was just blowing in the hot air. My titties were already fucking red from the pollen. I wake up and I'm just fucking. Oh, it sucks, man. It sucks having allergies out here. It's hard in these streets. That's a joke because that's nothing to like actually complain about my world, but most people know I'm joking because it's like now I notice it like love it. You know what I mean? A lot of fun. Actually, you know what? I need the beam. Need the fan on. I'm turning it up. In the line, I suppose. Oh, Jesus, finally. Okay, I already feel a lot better. I believe. I believe. I believe. But man, okay. All right. You know what? What am I gonna do? So I'm gonna put myself a timer. No, I'm slowly Yeah, that was bad. Yeah. It's like I'm already like beet red. I can't even say that's on the alcohol because I only had one beer. I'm like, I'm tough. I'm born. I'm redneck tough. So, all right. I don't know how fast I'm going to do this. It's not going to be anything too crazy, but it's going to be at least impressive to me. The only thing that's a little bit weird is like having this small of a hole. I've never had a small hole for me before. That was rude as fuck. But anyway, um, but yeah, let's see here. What should I go for? I'm at 56 right now, so if I go to 56 and a half, say like 6 minutes. See if I can do 6. So when it hits an hour 2.5, we're good. Continue to start. Sit down for a sec. I'd be dumb. Part of me, most of me, is just like, that was a pretty good time, yeah. Oh, my nose. Oh, nose. I did another bullet. I gave it a shot because it's not my stomach. Well, my stomach's kind of full because of food, but it's not full because of carbonation. So that at least some room. But my nose, man, now it's all stuffed up. Fuck you, flowers. Fucking trying to be out here and fucking destroy me my entire life. Fucking flowers, man. In fact, the box I have this one standing on is a box of Benadryl. So I'm not taking it. But okay. A little bit of taste there, good to me. It's still cold, which is another benefit. Another benefit. Yeah, it's having a glass bottle. But ability to be. I don't want to give excuses or anything behind that, but like it does come hand in hand with how much meat. Don't worry about it. But it's also the eyes, the nose. It's the allergies have nothing to do with it though. So it's just a small part of it. So I blame it on that. I do blame it on having a pretty decently big dinner, which again shows my mom. So if I'm gonna continue with this, I have about 2 minutes. I'm not. I think I'm gonna let my stomach settle up, not try to force it down because it's starting to build up like right here. So it's like at sea level. Oh, that was mucus. Mucus right there. Oh. Okay. Sorry. That's how dreaded wears out. Sheesh. That's done. Okay. Don't really get shiny cards for a while. I really don't want to. That's my thing. It's just like I don't care to get it done. Really. But like I know I said I was going to, so I have to. You know? You never want to say something and then just like not do it because kind of come out as a little bitch. He's gonna try. Okay. So let's got 20 seconds left. Oh, I was actually close. Well, son of a bitch. I'm gonna get too old for this shit. I'm such a as ever. I don't want to get you further. I need to figure out what's going on with this garbage and stuff. So the only other person who knows in the know that I've been doing this shit again, new magic cards and stuff like that. Magic packs, been making a decent amount of money off of that. The only person who really knows about that is Gut. Gut Rot and I actually, well, it was me, but Gut Rot was helping me look up prices so I can write them down and stuff. Which I don't think I did because we were actually like, I was fascinated with the artwork and I was like, oh man, Gut Rot, look at this one. This looks so cool. I am a lot more happy that I actually spent $80 worth of cards just based off the artwork because it's like it's dope, you know. But then you read the cards and it's like, it doesn't seem that much though. Like this one, he looks epic. Ilya, the Radiant Dawn. He's a god, a literal god. Look at that. He's foil on both sides too, so he can flip. And then you have to do all this shit for him to flip. There's a battlefield, return target champion card that is a god from your graveyard to your hand, transform him for 3 and a blue, or pay 2 life. And then you can flip him, which he turns into a 4/6, to where he just transform. You may cast spells as though they have flash spells. You cast colors one less to cast for each card in your opponent has drawn this turn. It's so random as a magic card in this meta that like no one does that. Like, why would you do that? It's dumb. It's stupid. Like that's not how the game is played. It's just randomly there. You know, like it's not strong. It looks cool. You know, he looks like a beast, but he's really not. You know, I was excited to see stuff like this, like Forsaken City, you know, because the set it does have like some throwbacks that come in, like Forsaken City. And then I read Forsaken City, I'm like, oh, this land is like an old school land because old school lands are really strong in the meta. It doesn't untap during your untap step. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may remove a card from your hand from the game. If you do untap this, add one mana of any color to your mana pool. Like, why would anyone? That card's worth 50 cents, by the way. I like the artwork because it is an old school artwork, but it just sucks. It's just like, why would you ban a card from your hand to just untap it for one mana? That's like, why. Oh, this one I had to set aside. This one was like $8 to $10. What's up? This one right here. So Planeswalker. Planeswalkers are usually at least relatively strong. This one's pretty okay for what it does. Um, Slightly expensive, but it makes up for it in price. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, this is the passive of it. Copy it. You may choose targets for that copy. So guess what? With that, automatically for this, I have a Planeswalker. If I build like a mana deck, that this is usually always going to be out, which copies spells too. Copy, copy, bounce, 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 copy, copy, copy by 3 or 4. So that could be a thing. When you're casting an instant sorcery spell, copy, me choose two targets with copy. This ability triggers only once each turn. You do +2, add 2 mana for any combination of colors, +1, exile top 5 cards of your library until the end of your next turn. You may cast an instant or sorcery spell form with those cards exiled. Or you can -X to compare it to how much life you have, or whatever. Deals X damage each up to 2 targets. So it could be either player, planeswalker, monster. But the main thing that makes this card so strong is because if it's passive, it duplicates any spell that you play so long as it's out. So what you can do is build an Eldrazi deck, like I'm doing right now, and have this protect everything. And then when I cast a spell, Eldrazi spell, I can pay 2. I believe it's colorless. If I do copy all spells you control, then copy all of the activated spells you control. So when these 2 are out, you can choose to have this Chandra copy whatever spell you play, or you can cast an Eldrazi creature, which is also considered a spell. Cast the Eldrazi creature in response to casting your own creature, you can cast an instant, say like something like Fireball or something like that. Duplicate it 4 times, pay like 10 mana, and immediately wipe somebody out or more. Just off the blink. Like it is. This card is so versatile to me. So, Brewski, you're eating well. Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir, I am. These allergies are fucking off the charts, I think. And they have these Eldrazi cards on the side. Oh, I shouldn't have sold the other Eldrazi cards. Those are going to be a pain in the ass to try and get back. But it's not even the worry of that with me. Um, the worry with me is trying to initially move out. I try to get my own place, but if I'm not, then I'm just going to sell for something else. But all the Eldrazi spells I have are all creatures. They're kind of small. They don't really do that much. But the potential is definitely there. You know. That sniff just reminded me of like Almost like getting chlorine in your nose. Oh, that sucks. Oh, all right. All right, oldie. You can come back. Don't do one. Wait. Kill the swell. Oh, oh, oh. All right. Yeah, my nose just like it felt like a bunch of like chlorine wire just went into it for whatever reason. Like it felt that bad. I was like, oh, guess what? Oh, this is another card that we both looked at it. Um, Trevor and I looked at it. This one looked badass, and I freaked out when I saw it because like the artwork is amazing. It's like full, full on. You don't have any border. It's a borderless. Just thinking magic, and then it looks just fucking sick. It looks like something the boat government I would just like appreciate just by the artwork alone. Now, this is what it does. It's really okay. Uh, so six colorless, two force. So if you ever play like original Magic, this motherfucker is meant to be a trampler, but more. It has trample. Whenever you tap a land for a mana, add 1 mana of any type of that land produced. That's broke. Whenever an opponent taps a land for them, that land doesn't have tap, turns, controls next, and tap step. It is a bullshit card. Like it, you could have this out on any deck and say, "Hey, guess what? Fuck you." And people will look at that card and they're what they're gonna do. And I'll tell you this right now: what they're gonna do, they're gonna look at that. I would say like that has a 75% chance that someone has to spend mana or in a card or even more just to try and get rid of it. So that's a card you want out. It's not going to be necessarily defining in a game, but it's going to be definitely a factor. You wouldn't want to have this as a commander. You want this just to be fucking there. So he's cool. He's just like I get all the ammo I want, but you guys, nah, no, you can't summon anything. Yeah, fuck you. He's out there to fucking be a fucking menace. Phyrexian Predator? No. Straight up menace in society. He's out there to fuck people up. And until you can't exile that motherfucker, if you leave him alone, immediate problems throughout the board. Because what Commander is that you have a multitude of people playing, and he fucks over anybody else in the game. So someone has to get rid of him immediately. Because you spend your next turn, they're like, "Oh, well, go, 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 go." They can do that. But if they say go, 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 and I'm not playing anything, not attacking, not doing anything, you already won. You made them skip a turn. That's big. Let's look at Glissa. Glissa, Herald of Predation. Phyrexian Zombie Alpha 5, so 3/5. This is what she looks like. Um, I wouldn't necessarily go into her DMs, but that's what she looks like. She's wretched, and she's pissed. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose one. Incubate twice. I don't know what that does. Transform all incubator tokens to control for accidents you control even for strength. That I don't know what she does. She sucks. I don't know what incubate is. We got this artifact creature right here, which is dope because it's a artifact creature. Creature tokens you control that face. That is actually pretty big in the set. Not in the set alone, but like in the format that I'm talking about. At the beginning of the combat that you're returned, create a 2/1 blue Phyrexian mirror. Oh my lord. Then you may choose a token you control. If you do, each other token you control becomes a copy of that token. That's amazing. He's a 4/4 for 6 though, so it's not really that strong. But if you can build around it and make it work, it could work. Like, but he's not meta. So I'll put him off to like his separate belt, like just like your mom's husband, just like your dad. He has potential, but he probably still sucks. Let's see. Sorry, that's far I mean. Sorry, Chusky. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's just the other card I wanted to look up. And this one too, because this one gives me the opportunity to just win the game anyway. And it only costs $2. Okay. Um Jarrock is desecrated, I'm sorry. See elemental horror legendary creature. This is what he looks like. Shiny. He looks like a fucking abomination. Still sick artwork though. Death Touch, Lifelink, already like that. For 5 conversion for a 3/5. If a permanent entering the battlefield causes a trigger ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. This, yep, this belongs. So if I do a trigger of a copy of a trigger of a copy, so this belongs to here. This is how I build my deck. So I read cards I don't actually know about, and then trigger because this activates and triggers. If it triggers, it triggers again and again and again. Like, ooh, like you could do like a paradox of the same thing happening at the same time when no one could do anything else about it. And you just have this. What if you trigger and copy something like this, and copy it 3 times over? Which says if you win a game, if you control the end of each page, stickling type of creature of each, and a creature of each color, which would be my commander if he's out. He's just like, well, I copied this 3 times, and he's out, and this is out, and then this is out, and I have ways to block it. So what the fuck? Do you have a way to counter? I don't know, 8 spells I just played. Anyone? I turned like 7/6. So I'd be prepared for that. So that's what I would have to do if I was going to do that. Is I have to like base my hand off of like counter spells and stuff. You know, that's what I would have to do. It's a cool thought. Especially it's a cool thought because the deck's supposed to be 100 cards, and there's 3 cards right there that could definitely do something with like interact with it. There's so many other cards in Magic the Gathering. So many other cards that could say, well, we can do this and this and this and that. You have to really think about it. You have to really dig deep. In order to make a successful magic deck that's not competitive, because competitive magic is not really that much hard to think in comparison to the commander. You really have to think about it. We're like, and dig deep is the reason why you're going to create this deck, and it has to be you. This has to be you on the playing field, just like food. If you're a chef, it has to be on a plate. Oh, okay, you can just do that. My floor's clean. Wow. Yeah. Just because when patients said that case just got on her, you know, treats just the same. Oh. Yeah. How, yeah. It's rather Whoa, shit. Whoa, shit. Oh, shit. All right, so what time is it right now? Oh, there you go. This call. That's cool. Who did it? Okay, yeah, already talked about that. Um, so I'm gonna tell you guys what. All I know is tomorrow. I have a torpedo and this cosmic one. I think what I'm gonna do is have the tonic first. Actually, I'm going to do this. This helps me thinking. But yes, Drew, I mean pretty well these days. As of working and not spending on like total dumb shit right now is so it's kind of like spending it on my mom a little bit, but she's letting me stay here, so I'm just like, oh well, this is all these nice foods, and she's like, oh, I miss cooking these things, you know, because she's so tired because she can't always eat. She can't eat primary, not primary. She can't eat ribeye. Can't afford to, but she's perfectly okay with that. So So as I'm staying there, I'm like, okay, so I'm working here. What do you want me to do for rent and stuff? And she's like, just buy decent food, or buy good food. I'm not even gonna say decent. It's just buy good food. And so I made a pact with her. Is that like even if I move out, I'm still gonna be able to come over, right? Just buy some steaks and we can cook them up and do whatever. Like I don't want you to feel like you're never gonna not eat well again. She's my mom's my passion. You know, No, I do love her, and and cool thing about these steaks is that I actually taught her how to cook them, and she remembered. After teaching her after 2 weeks ago, she remembered how to cook them, and the steaks were a little bit cut off, a little bit weird, so most of it did not turn out well. But she was just like, "Well, I could just cut it up and cook the finer parts." I'm like, "Yeah, you could do that. You definitely do that. No one's gonna stop you from doing that." So she did, and yeah, I'm happy with it. Much more than happy with it because she's just like she's starting to figure out immediately what I taught her, and this is her first time ever since then. I was just like, yeah, that's definitely me and her. So uh, it's a beautiful moment to have that with your you know with your mother who's essentially in recovery. So she's doing a lot better and having a lot more hope. Like yeah, she lives a little bit weird. So do I. And at least as far as tonight goes, definitely getting along. Because I told him, yeah, I'm gonna buy a couple of beers. I'm a little bit irritated at work, and she's like, okay, we'll have these steaks, and I, could you buy me like a pack of cigarettes? Like, of course I could. Of course I could do that. You know, so I did that. I'll tell you something about that kind of human connection that because it's for me like I missed it for a very long time. I never had that mother father or mother son connection ever. And I know it's not going to be constantly there because I don't want it to be. But at the same time, it's very comforting to understand that, you know, after so much shit that she's had to be through, she's somewhere that she needs to be. She has her own place and she can just, as long as she's chill, she's cool, all good. Nothing's going to happen, you know. And she earned that. And so she sticks with what she's doing, and whatever. And on top of that, the next thing she knows, she's gonna have a place that's a lot better. You know, No, I don't want to even say better because I like these walls. You know, like I like the fact that it's there because I'm able to be like, oh hey, so I want to crash for a couple of nights as I go to work. Is that cool? She's like, oh, you're more than happy to. You know, I'm due there earns a paycheck every week, so she's just like, oh yeah, you're happy to. Just oh, you buy these cigarettes, and that's it. And then you just look at your computer. You can do whatever you want. Like fuck it, all right. But came more than that. You know, it's like I was so disconnected with her for a very long time, a very long time, because she had to go through a program and get herself recovered. She was disconnected from me for a very long time because I couldn't do it personally. You know, um, but it did happen. There were some arguments. You know, she didn't in her head didn't quite understand what it took for me to actually work. In other words, when I say I have to go to work, when I have to go to work, I have to go. That's split point blank. I don't have time to talk. And all she wants to do is sit down and talk about random stuff with me whenever I'm up. I'm like, nope, I can't do it. I'm sorry. You know. And some days I'm just like, I don't care what you have to talk about right now. It can wait. I have to go to work. And she would normally take that personal, but once you understood what I'm doing for work, how much money that I'm putting in my savings, and she looks at me and just like, oh, okay, you know what? I need to calm down. It's more like friends becoming friends again than it is like a mother and father, or mother and son. And she's learning to calm down again because she knows that work's a lot harder than what it used to be when she worked. It is tough, but you know, I'm tough in work. I just need to be tougher on my my other colleagues. It's like, hey, I gotta get shit done. I don't have time to talk right now. Catch me on a day off where I want to have fun, and like we can talk all the world that you want to. You know, but but yeah, it took her about like 2 weeks. It was really grueling. The first time I told her I didn't have time to talk, she was just like, "You know, it's that you talk to your own mother." I'm like, "Come on, really?" Like, no, it's because I have to go to work, and then someone else had to talk with her. I don't know who. Maybe my sister, maybe my aunt, and get talk with her the way that they know how to talk with her, and she should. And then eventually, my mom's just like, "Oh, we could have lost his job," kind of thing, or something like that. Like she doesn't understand the importance of working more because she hasn't done it in like 10 years. So because she doesn't have to. So it escaped her mind, and all she wants to do is be around herself. You know. So I think what I'm going to do at this time of night, because I have 1 hour left, is what I'm going to do is I'm going to travel around and see what's up with everybody else on the internet, on the airwaves, because I've already been in live for like an hour and a half. That's a lot longer than I planned to talk. So those of you watching, that kind of tickles me a little bit. I miss you guys too. Trust. It's just things that have to get done, essentially. So I don't really know how else to put that. I do miss you guys. I really do. But with me working mornings and potentially me having a second job, there's no place that wants to hire me and have to look into that and be professional and stuff like that. I do miss you guys, and I know what it means to drink a lot and be a little bit lonely and stuff like that. I do. I give a shit. Um, at times, I do feel like a lot of people who view things like this don't actually give a shit because of like my semi popularity these days, which is not necessarily there. People just want content, but I do miss people, and I'll be back. There'll be some nights, and I need to keep telling myself there's going to be some nights, but at the same time, Ken's going to work, buddy. So um, you guys take care. I'll turn someone else off and then see what's going on. Okay. All right. Cheers, you little fucking misfits, just like me.